a little soft. And that should be better for me. Looks like it was all good for you. Now I get notices sent out. Okay. Notifications to Facebook and Fediverse are out. It's time for me to fill this thing in. We've got a few minutes yet before the game, or before I get to pick it off in start mode. Give you a chance to grab a validated edition or review of the puzzle. I'll do something a little different today. I'm going to do the validation early, and then at 20 seconds I'm going to pause the puzzle. That will hide the puzzle from me and you. So if you want to start working on it ahead of time, you get that chance. And then at 3 o'clock my time, we will continue, or I'll resume the puzzle and so on. So here goes. Let's see if it validates. It is validating. So get another 18 seconds, 17, 16, and so on. There we go. 20 seconds. 22 on the clock. It's paused. So I'll get that view for the moment. And at 3 o'clock, we'll resume the puzzle. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I do have a chat window up. Got a video that I need to catch. All right, it is time. So, hit play, and let's see if I can solve this. Oh, all the ones are in the top row already. I know that one of these is going to be a 2 here. One of these 2 is a 2. And well, one of these 2 is going to be a 2. Not a lot of help in ones there, or here. And even less down here. One of these 2 is going to be a 2. And we got 4 possibilities here in the corners, and then wide open over here for now. Okay, anything else? Let's do 2 3s. We get a 3 here and 3 here. So I've got 3 possibilities here. 3 possibilities here. 3 possibilities here. All kinds of them here. And looks like 4 possibilities here. And in the square above it. And all 5 of these, or 6 of these are possible for 3s here. Alright, 4s. Is that audio? Oh. I don't think that's going to improve my microphone audio. No. Alright, give me a moment here. No, you're good. It's me that's up. Alright, let's bump that up. There we go. Alright. 4s. We got 4 possibilities there. Here we've got 2 possibilities. Over here we've got 4 possibilities. 4 possibilities. Everything. 3 possibilities here and here. 5s. One of these 2 is going to be a 5. And up here, this one gets to be a 5. So this is a 5 here, not this one. With those 2 being 5, one of these 2 is going to be a 5. One of these 2 will be a 5. And this one's going to be a 5. Or wait, no. This one or this one are going to be a 5. Alright, 6s. We got a 6 here. One of these 3 is going to be 6. I've got 4 possibilities here. 3 possibilities here. 2 possibilities here. And that knocks these 2 out. These 2 are already knocked out. So is this one? That means this is a 6. And that means we've got 2 possibilities up here now. And over here, no help with that. One of these 2 is a 6. So yes, I do get help over here. These 2 can't be a 6. These two can't be a 6 because that. This one blocks that as well, so that's a 6, which means that one of these two is a 6, as opposed to all three of them. All right, sevens. Looks like one of these two is a 7. This one's a 7. One of these two is a 7. One of these two is a 7. And down here I've got 4 possibilities. 2 possibilities here. All right, that's it. 8. One of these two is going to be an 8. 8 has to be one of these two here. And I've got 2 possibilities here as well. And this one's going to be an 8. So not an 8 here. That makes this an 8. And forces this to be a 2. Makes this not an 8. That's an 8. And that means this is not an 8. This gets to be an 8. All right. And now we are on to 9s. We've got 4 possibilities here. 2 possibilities here. 3 possibilities here, unless we can narrow this or one of these down to one of these two rows. 4 possibilities for a 9 here. Five possibilities. One of these two has to be a 9. The other is going to be a 1. So I can mark those for now. We may be clearing both of those though, because as it is, I've got entirely too many options for both. For example, I've got 3 possibilities for 1 here, 4 possibilities for a 9 there. One of these two is a 9. All 5 of these can be a 9. All 4 of these have the potential. I've got 4 possibilities for a 9 here. So we just know that there's 9-1 combinations for the entire row. All right. We know one of these two is a 4, but we don't know which. And the 5 or the 4 opens up here don't help us much. 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and all of these can be 9. Okay. 1 and 2 are given here. I've got 5 possibilities for 3. Everything can potentially be a 4 at the moment. Got 2 possibilities, 5, 2 for 6, 2 for 7, and 8. And everything can potentially be a 9. All right, I've got 4 possibilities. Yeah, 4 possibilities for a 1. 2. 4 possibilities for 3. Everything can be a, or no, 4 possibilities for a 4. 5, 6, 2 possibilities for a 7, and 5 possibilities for an 8, or for a 9. We had an 8 given. All right, how about down here? 4 possibilities for 1, 2 listed for 2, 3. 4 possibilities for 4, 2 for 5, a 6, 4 for a 7, 8, 4 possibilities for a 9. And this is pretty much where I'm, oh, hey, that's going to be a 1, which means this will be a 1. All right. Means one of these two is now a 1. I've got 3 possibilities here. So 1s, 2, 3, 4s, 5, 6s, 7, 8, and then so far everything can be a 9. That does change this to one of these 3 as a 9. However, we've got 1, 2, so 3 is going to be one of these 3. 4 is going to be one of these 3. And 9 is going to be one of these 3. So this is a 6. This is not. This is a 6. That's a 7. The other one was a 9. Nope, not a 9. 9 is one of these 3. 3 is one of these 3. And 4. So this is a 2. Means one of these 2 is a 2. That locks this into being a 4. And this becomes a 3. Which means I've now got 2 possibilities for 3 here. 2 possibilities for 1. Well, let's continue on here. 3 possibilities for 1 here. And neither of these can be a 2, so this is going to be a 2 here. Not that. Yeah, I've got 4 possibilities for a 2, but that's not one of them. 2 possibilities for a 3. A 4 and a 5 are given. 2 possibilities for a 6, 2 for a 7, and 8 is given, and we still have 4 possibilities for a 9. And maybe that will be fixed out in a little bit. We'll see. Now that I've got... Nope, I still have... Oh, I've got a single possibility for a 1 here. This one blocks these 2. This 2, or 1, blocks these 2, leaving that as the only possibility, making that a 1. This becomes a 9. This becomes a 1. This becomes a 1. And the alternative to a 6 is a 4. There. That means one of these 2 is a 4. And that goes with one of these 2 being a 4. Means this is a 4. Over here, that means one of these 2 is a 4 now. No help with the 3s yet, but maybe we'll get that in a moment. Well, one of these 2 is going to be a 3. All right. We get a 3 here. So one of these 3 will be a 3. So let's see if we can do anything more down here first. So 1, 2, 3, 4s, 5, 6. One of these 2, this one is going to be a 7, so not that one. That's going to be a 7. 8, and one of these 2 will be a 9. That means a 9 here is going to be one of these 3. And one of these 3 is going to be a 9. Let's see. Oh, hey, neither of these can be a 9. That makes this a 9. This becomes a 9. Not that. So that's going to be a 5. This is going to be a 4. And that makes this a 2 and a 5 here. This becomes a 3. And with the 6s, I end up with 2 possible 2s. All right, but this also is not a 4, so that's a 4 and a 6. And that means one of these two is a 4. And let's see, 1, 2. One of these two is a 3, so that's not a 2 anymore. That's the 2. And that makes this into... Oh. So, 1, 2, 3. This becomes a 4. These are not 4, these are 9. So this is not a 4, that's a 4. Do we have anything locking in 3s down here yet? No. All three of these could be a 3. One of these two is a 4, 5, 6. One of these two is a 7. We get an 8. And 3 possibilities for a 9. On the other hand, over here we've got 9s and 3s as well. Nine, 3 here. 3 possibilities for a 3. 9 clock the same. 4 is here. That makes this into a 7. And this couldn't be a 7 to begin with. All right. So one of these two is a 4, a 9, and a 3. Whichever is not in here, the 9 or the 3 becomes this one, and then this is the other opposition. All right, we got a 6 and a 2 in this column. That's not going to work. I got a 9 here. All right, let's back up a few steps where I said that had to be a 2. Over here, you mean? This one here? I know that there's a little bit of a lag because of the 4 down here. So that becomes a 4, not a 4. All right. Thank you. I do appreciate the pointer. It may seem petty at this point, but yeah. Yeah, I did kind of figure out that that couldn't be it. But with this 4 here, these two can't be 4. This becomes a 4. So that's not a 4. That is. All right. So now we've got could be. We'll see if I got it wrong again. Okay, 7 down here, so that can't be a 7. That is. And that would be it anyway here. So one of these two is a 9 or 3. 9 or 3 there. 9 or 3 here. And here. 9 or 3 here. 9 or 3 here. So I'm kind of stuck with what's going to be here, where I've got a 9 here. So I add this 9, 3 here. That's going to be a 3. This will be a 2, 3, 9 here. We'll come around to that in a couple of moments. That's a 3. That's a 9. That's a 3. That's a 9. This is a 3. That's a 9. And down here we get to finish out with a 6 here and a 2 here. Hey, longer than I like for an easy puzzle, but thank you. Yeah, adding a little bit for the lag, but it all works out in the end. 18 minutes, 49 seconds. We'll call it a solid 19 minutes, or under 19, however we want to call it. Thanks for joining. I hope you're back tomorrow. We're moving. It's Tuesday, so we do 2 puzzles. One of them will be an easy, one will be a medium. So difficulty goes up a little bit with the second puzzle. Yeah. Oh, well, you're welcome to jump in anytime I'm on. I do try for solving the puzzle starting about 3 o'clock my time, 1500 Central Daylight now, which is not Central European Daylight Time. But if you're on, I'm on both Twitch and YouTube, and happy to get any feedback along the way. I've been known to be off on wild hairs like that from time to time. So, all right. Well, I do try not to get it too much later, but there have been a couple of times when I've solved much too late. I'm in the United States, so this is kind of my mid-afternoon. Fortunately, I'm effectively retired, hence the Santa Claus beard, and we'll be looking forward to a game again tomorrow. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for chatting and putting information in. I will try to get another puzzle up just a little after midnight my time, about 5 a.m. Ah, well, that's where where I'll be from about 6 o'clock Central Time to midnight. So I've got some research to do between now and then. I've got a couple of projects that need some of my attention as well. So I wish you well. Have a great night. Sleep tight, and we'll see you in the morning. Or we'll see you tomorrow sometime. Like I say, puzzle should be posted on Blue Sky. Hopefully a little bit after 5 a.m. Your GMT.